Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ, and you may all remember a while ago I did some custom new player spawn files that were inspired by 28 Days Later, and the idea was that when you spawned in as a new player you would spawn in near one of the hospitals. However, we've had some updates since then which meant those files don't work anymore. Plus, we now have the ability on console, like we do have on PC, to be able to change the spawn loadout of our fresh starters. So I thought, why not revisit it, make the spawn locations a little bit better, and also make a file whereby you spawn in, basically, as a patient. So the idea is that you've woken up, and you can wake up either near a hospital, near one of these clinics, or rarely you can wake up near one of the medical tents, like the ones up at the Northwest Airfield. And the loadout is kind of inspired by the fact that you've had a head injury and you've been in a coma and everyone's gone, and you wake up, and as you're staggering out of the clinic or the hospital, you grab some bandages, you open up one of the vending machines, and you grab some crisps or you grab some chocolates, and you grab some medicine. So that's where you've got some antibiotics and you've got some codeine pills, and maybe there's some food, from where they've been feeding the patient. So you grab a steak knife, and maybe at the reception there's some tourist information. Often you get information, don't you? And there's a tourist map, or there's a map, so you grab that. So you've got a little bit of a better loadout than you would normally, and then you stagger out into the outside. And what's interesting about this, I think, is the fact that you're spawning inland. So it's quite different to what it would normally be in DayZ. In fact, so you can spawn in front of a clinic like that. That's another example of a loadout. Some of them spawn with chocolates or peanuts, and some of them spawn with crisps or chips. You can spawn near a hospital, and these are all the different spawn locations. As you can see, there's quite a few. So there's a bit of randomness. I've taken away the one that was at Pavlovo military base, so you shouldn't get the problem where you spawn in the gas and you get moved. But obviously, if a town has been hit by a gas attack and you spawn in there, it shouldn't try. But if you do, it should kick you somewhere else. But I haven't had a chance to test that, so I'm not really sure. So I thought it was a bit of fun. Now, these are nice and easy to use, because what I've done is I've created a GitHub repository, the link to which is in the description below this video, and I've created a link to my Mega as well, in case GitHub isn't working or vice versa. And in both of these places you'll find some PNGs, and they're just photos of examples of the locations and the patient. But the files you're really interested in are the CFG player spawnpoints.xml, the patient.json, and the readme.txt. So what you can do is, on GitHub, you click on the green code button and you click on download zip, and that'll zip it all up and download it to your local computer. You can unzip it and you can have a read of it. And the readme is a step-by-step instructions on what you've got to do, which is basically you're going to upload the patient.json to your custom folder on your console server. If you're on a PC server, highly recommend that within your mission folder you create a custom folder. Keep all your special files there. So you put that in there. You edit your CFG gameplay.json so that it refers to that patient.json, and you replace the existing CFG player spawn points.xml with the one that I provide, and that will spawn players in. So in other words, you go to your server like you can see here, and you scroll down. You want to make sure that you've got your enable CFG gameplay.json ticked, and then you go to your server, and you'll want to go inside the mission folder. So in this case it's DayZ offline.cherners plus, and you'll want to open up the CFG gameplay.json, and then in your CFG gameplay.json you want to add that line. So underneath the player data section you make a gap between disabled personal light and stamina data, and then you type that. So spawn gear preset files custom patient.json. In the readme you can just copy and paste it, and then into the custom folder. So you go into your custom folder, and then you would upload the patient.json into there so that it can refer to both, and obviously you save it all. As I say, in the README, which I've got here, it tells you exactly what to do, and so you just follow that step by step, and it's nice and easy. So they're all the different coordinates there. So what I did was I've taken the hospital coordinates from I Survive, but not the Pavlovo one. I've taken, actually no, I didn't take them from I Survive, I took them from Map Group POS, and I took the clinic's coordinates and a couple of the tents as well, the medical tents. Now, although you can see me here, I'm pretty close. You don't actually spawn this close. In fact, let's see if I can finish this without it crashing. Sometimes it's crashing at the moment. If I kill this character, you'll kind of get an idea. You spawn close, but not right outside of it because of the way that DayZ doesn't want you to, when you spawn in, it doesn't want you to interfere with any buildings or anything. So it spawns you away from stuff. So let's spawn in again, and I kind of show you that. In fact, I think what I'm going to do with this is the next time I do an update, probably on my servers, definitely my survival server, I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to throw a spanner in the works for people. So it's a bit different. Here we go. So let's see what loadout we've got. So this guy's got a white scrub hat, got the medical stuff. My favourite bit is the bandage on his head. I love that. Okay, so as you can see, we spawned outside of the village or outside of the town, but there will be a medical place somewhere around here. Because yeah, it just doesn't let you. There we go. I guess I could probably play around with the pos bobbles, and I could get you spawned in a bit close. But this way's a bit safer. Plus, that way you're not spawning on top of. There you go. So there's the medical centre. So as you can see, you're not right next to it, but you know you're close enough for government work, I think. Yeah, it's just a little bit different, as it just changes things up a little bit. Feel free to go into the files and change whatever you like. Yeah, I hope you find this useful, and I hope your players on your servers find it fun, because yeah, I think yeah, it just changes things up. Right, okay, so that's enough from me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.